Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the next part of our orientation session. So, hi everyone, I am Tapashwini Naik. I'm the consultant trainer of Sankhyaana Consultancy Services, having an experience of 3 years in this field. So, as we have talked about Sankhyaana, that Sankhyaana is an IT firm which is providing the best analytical solutions, the consultancy, and the training to both students and professionals since 8 years. So yesterday, if we will come to our topic, then so our orientation topic is the understanding the use cases of the SAS analytics in the banking sector. So as we have discussed yesterday, some of the things that including the agenda. Okay, so we have discussed yesterday about the overview of SAS. Then we have discussed the key features, SAS and its applications. We have discussed the framework in a very brief manner. Then after that, today we are going to discuss how SAS is providing the analytical insights. What is the different use cases of the SAS that it is providing to the banking and the finance sector. And last topic, but not the least, that is data discovery and deployment. So moving toward our today's session, first I have to give you just a short glimpse of what we have discussed today. So we have discussed about SAS, that it is a statistical analysis system, and it is a statistical software suite that is developed by the SAS Institute for Data Management, Advanced Analytics, Multivariate Analysis, Business Intelligence, Criminal Investigation, and Predictive Analytics. Okay, so as it is a computer programming language that is used for the statistical computations, and it was developed, if we will say it as the development of the SAS, then it was developed at the North Carolina State University from 1966 until 1976, when SAS Institute was incorporated. And how SAS was developed? So it is developed for the agricultural analytics, okay, for the analysis of an agricultural field. So moving towards this, we have that how SAS is an emerging powerful data analytics software because it is a fourth-generation programming language with more than 4 decades of experience. It is developing some advanced statistical analysis software that has established a reputation for delivering the superior, reliable results. And it is so confident that the code that has been produced with the SAS is documented and verified so that both the public and the private compliance industries can access it. Now coming to the SAS and its features, we have the strong analytical abilities. It has the flexible. It is a flexible fourth generation programming language. It has the SAS Studio. It has the most important and expandable data encryption algorithm. It has the better management. It has the enhanced report output and report output format. We can access. We have the most extended libraries that is present in the SAS, which is giving us to access a number of files and data over there. It support for various types of data formats. Okay, so this many things. Coming to the key features, we have discussed yesterday that how it is providing the wide range of robust statistical methods to both specialized and the enterprise-wide statistical needs. If we will talk about its applications, we have discussed about that how it is doing the multivariate analysis, how it is causing impact to the business intelligence, how it is doing the predictive analytics, and how it has a great impact on creating the safe drug and clinical research and forecasting. Talking about the SAS framework, we have 5 steps in the SAS for the data processing. We have first one is the accessing of data, second one is the exploring of data, third one is the preparing of data, fourth, the analyzing and reporting on data, and fifth one is the exporting the results. So whatever thing, whatever analysis we are doing with the SAS, it is nothing but it is including these 5 steps. Okay, it is including these 5 steps. And if we will talk about the SAS data processing or the SAS data process, then we have 2 steps in SAS. One is the data step and one is the procedure step. So the data step is nothing but it is responsible for creating, altering, manipulating the data, and the process and the prop step is used for the processing of the reports and the results. So this steps all of our codings, all of our visualization, all of the things that are done in the SAS. So it is a very user-friendly language. If you will learn the rules of the SAS scripting, okay, then you will be like, it is very user-friendly, and you can also understand the logics and the computations behind the code very easily. Okay, so now coming to the today's what we are going to discuss about. So it is the how it is giving the analytical solutions. So as you are now seeing the slide that okay, in 1976 it has begun developing the relationships with the banks and the insurers. Okay, 1976 it has begun, means it's a long year back. Okay, so it has been proved that SAS is serving the banking and the finance sector a long year ago. Okay, since a long year ago, it is serving. So 29% of SAS software revenue is from the banking industry. So the 90% of the world's top 100 global banks are the SAS customers. I have already told you that around 143 or 147 customers are there in the world of the SAS, and we have the 45,000 plus employees of the SAS in today's time. Okay, so it has the 3,000 plus, 3,500 plus financial services customers worldwide, 1,400 plus insurance customers in more than of 75 countries. And the SAS and Celerity have a solution in the SAS banking analytics. So in banking analytics, SAS has developed Celerity, okay, which is providing the solution in the SAS banking analytics. And Celerity is nothing but it is an AI-based system that analyzes millions of transactions to detect the fraud in real time. When we are, suppose in a bank sector, when we are depositing our money, okay, or we are taking some loans or something, because financial wealth is very important for the humans, right? So whatever the things that we are earning, whatever we are expending, okay, whatever we have the expenditure, whatever we have the savings, so all we do that is through the transactions, through the banking transactions, right? So nowadays all we are using the e-commerce websites, all we are using the e-facility, right? The online facility. So if there is, if there will be no trust, if there will be no trust, no trusting relationship between us and the financial services or the banking services, then how we are going to use that? So to build that trust, okay, all of us have the fear that okay, if I am depositing my money, whether it won't be stolen or or due to some kind of activity, some kind of fraudulent activities, it will be collapsed. Okay, that fear is always been with us. So to avoid that kind of fear, to avoid that kind of negative activities, so SAS has developed the Celerity, which is a AI-based system, AI-based system which is analyzing the millions of transactions. Okay, unlike the other software solutions, SAS analytics adapts to the new methods fraudsters use to enclose your infrastructure in security that will protect the cash flow. Because in a bank, whole day, in in each second. Okay, in each second, when I am delivering you this orientation session, we don't know that how many transactions, how much money, how much amount of money is transacting in each second, because we don't have only one bank, right? We don't have only one financial sector. We have number of financial sectors, we have number of banks, and through each bank, if we are going to calculate that, okay, each second, in per second, how many transactions are getting generated. So it's a kind of, I think, billions and billions of data, right? So if there will be some malfunction, if there will be some loss, if there will be some low security, then what will happen? The total system will get crashed. All of us are like we are on the mid of the road, right? So if we are trusting some corporations, if we are trusting some organizations, then also they have the responsibility to maintain that trust. Okay. So to avoid this kind of malfunctions and all that, the banks and the financial sectors are using the SAS analytics. Okay. And also the SAS has impacted the bank in such a way that it has created a AI-based system. Okay. So also it is beneficial as much as they trust, as much as the financial sector trusted the SAS. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, that is, what are the different use cases of the SAS in banking sector? Okay. So first of all, when we are talking about bank, the first and foremost thing, what came to our mind? What comes to our mind? The transactions, the money transaction, because it is the one thing that a person makes daily, right? Through any through online banking or through offline. Okay, whatever things are there, we are making the things. Okay, so first thing we have here, the marketing and the product management. So the detailed analysis of the customer's data to improve the acquisition, retention, and cross and upselling. Okay. Second one is the finance, which includes that it maintains the liquidity, optimized financial reporting and decisions making for budget allocations. Third, that is the risk management and the investigation, which includes that it avoid the credit and the liquidity risk and identify the customer name while maintaining the regulatory adherence. Now, fourth is nothing but it is the lending payment and the transaction analysis to drive the better segmentation, targeting, and promotion, and to detect and counter the fraud. Fifth is the operations, IT, and the back office, the managing the IT system and SLS, along with the branch network and the ATM rationalization. And last but not the least, it's the sales analysis, which helps to reduce the cost, which helps to identify the performance, bottlenecks, and create an optimum channel strategy. Okay, so these are the different use cases of the bank of the task that is performed in the bank. So if we will talk about that, the consolidate data from the multiple operational systems. Okay, that includes the, for example, that is the deposits, the loans, and the wealth management. Okay, so it make it easily accessible for the analytics and reporting, so you can make decisions, or the bank can make decisions based on the reliable analysis, not gut feel. Okay, so the first and foremost thing that it provides the clear and the structured information to all who need it. We have different persons sitting in different position in the bank sector, right? And whatever data that is coming to the bank, whatever data, not only the money related things, not only the amount, also they have different kind of data. Okay, that we are not in the banking sector. So the employees are there who are allocated to do different kind of their jobs, okay, through the data that they have been provided. Some are handling the customers, okay, some are handling the sales, some are handling the loans and mortgage part, some are handling the, so we can tell it as the business part, the business loans, then the housing loans. Okay, some are providing some governmental support. Okay, governmental support to some villages and all. So SHG, the women welfare group, they're also, the bank is also serving that part also. So this, what happens, that it will access the accurate data consistently. Okay, through SAS, we can access the accurate data consistently when and where it is needed. Okay, as I have told you that the code, the data that has been produced by SAS, it is completely organized, it is completely trusted, documented, and verified. Okay, so nobody will question, nobody have the question to put it on that, okay, this data is not trusted, because it is providing, SAS is providing this facility since 1976 when it started to serving the banks. Okay, so it will, if the data that we are getting, if the data the bank is getting, the finance sector is getting, it is accurate data. Okay, and so it is what it will give, it will give you the increased confidence in the accuracy and timeliness, okay, of your data, right? A full range of the business intelligence capabilities that includes an easy to use, we can tell it as a web-based reporting environment that is used for the easily communicating critical business information to the right people within your organization. Okay, within an organization, what it will give you, it will give you the web-based reporting environment, which will easily, which is a part of ease communicating, or which is a part of each communication. Okay, that provides the critical business information in such a way that a person will understand, or the right people who are there, the allocated right people who are present over there, they can understand. Now, if we will tell about, we can gain a complete integrated view of all the enterprise data through SAS, a comprehensive data dictionary that covers all the key banking subject areas. Okay, that including the customers, including the products, including the instruments, customer analytics, we can think about the financial accounting, the risk management also. Okay, the predefined logical and physical data models serves as a single version of the truth that standardizing more than 8,000 of the banking data elements to ensure the consistent terminology and reporting throughout the sector. Okay, so it has from older, we can tell it as from the older legacy, okay, core banking or the loan origination systems to the latest online banking or the wealth management platforms. So the SAS banking analytics architecture can access and process the data from virtually, okay, from any hardware platform, from any databases, through raw form or through the online form, or through any operating system. So we have already discussed about that. SAS supports any kind and any size and any format of data, right? Whether it is from an Excel data, or it is like a PDF data format, or it is a CSV data, JSON data. So whatever data it will be, so SAS has the technique, or SAS has the tool, SAS has the modernization that it will support it. Okay, we can access any kind, any format of data and any size of data in the SAS. So this, if we are talking about the banking architecture, okay, the banking architecture of the SAS analytics, then obviously It is very advanced so that it can access and process the data from virtually any hardware platform or any operating system. So as a result, you will save some time that shorten the learning curve and give the decision makers the information they really need. Okay, if we are talking about the eliminating the overlapping tools and systems with one solution. So we have the multivariate analysis in SAS, right? Means we can do any number of analysis and we can come up to the conclusion at the same point of time, right? So where it is needed, when it is needed, getting it all of you. So this part mostly come in the health sector, in the business sector, and in the finance sector, the multivariate analysis. So the SAS banking analytics architecture is completely flexible, it is reliable, and it provides a complete solution that eliminates the piecemeal approach of linking and managing the technologies from different vendors. Okay, so it provides the lower overall cost that reduces the risk and gives you the faster result. Now, if we will talk about the key features of the SAS bank analytical system. Okay, so it has the banking data model, it has the data management, it has the reporting, and it has the business intelligence. So what is the banking data model? If we will talk about that, in a banking data model, it serves as a single version of the truth that covering all the key banking subject areas. Okay, whatever areas that we have in the bank, the key banking subject areas it will cover. It includes for example, take the banking, okay, the investment, the insurance accounts. So also it stores the historical information at a granular level. This line is it's like it's a complex part. Okay, the historical information means if a customer of a bank, okay, if he is like a customer of the same bank since 20 years or 25 years, okay, so it will store all the information from the starting day to the present day. Okay, it has stored all the information, and not only for the one person, like that person, like the same person, we don't know that we have numerous kind of such customers, right? We have numerous kind of such customers who are not just a customer, who are not just a customer of just recent years, like 4 to 5 years or 10 years, but rather than they just have been through the bank or transacting through the same bank since 20, 25 or 30 years also. Okay, so this hierarchy, okay, this hierarchy of maintaining the complete information, of the complete historical information that has been done. Okay, so it provides a comprehensive dictionary that describes the banking data elements. And SAS has the capability that it maps all the physical data structures to the business terms. If when we are doing the analysis, we have the outcomes, we have the graphical reports, okay, and through that reports, we are going to draw some different kind of conclusions. Suppose we have some data, we get some data from the bank, okay, the analysis team were there. Suppose they want to build some ideas about some business norms, okay, some business norms they want to predict some ideas. So how they will get? By seeing the data of that bank, right? And when they are analyzing the data, so they will convert according to whatever the outputs are generating, whatever the predictions are coming. So according to that, they will generate the report, they will generate that data structures into the business terms. Okay, how they can use the data in the business part in helping the growth and development of that bank, or in developing some new ideas that the bank is stating to improve. So it includes the both logical and physical data models like Irving data models and SAS metadata. Okay, these are some advanced concepts that we have in the SAS. Okay, if you are willing to know about the SAS and all that, then you will get to know in the advanced level. So in SAS, it can be easy to deploy the in multiple databases. So including the SAS itself, then Microsoft SQL Server, the Oracle Teradata, and DB2. It provides the business data definitions that address the needs of the global banking institutions with multiple lines of business, including the consumer, corporate, mortgage lending. Then we can tell it as the wealth management, okay, and the investment banking. So if we will talk about the data management, okay, that occurs in the analytic, the architecture. So it includes the accessing of the data from virtually any system in any form, including the unstructured and the semi-structured data. It embeds the data quality into all the processes. Okay, it changes the data in the native languages with specific language awareness, and we can tell it as the localizations for more than 20 worldwide regions. So it is very interesting to know that it contains the customized and the reusable data quality business rules that can be accessed directly within process the job flows. Also, it handles the data migration and the synchronization federation projects. It includes the widgets for accessing the source systems, creating the target structures, importing and exporting the metadata, and building and executing the data extraction, transformation, and the ETL process, we can tell it as. Okay, so the graphical user interface that has been provided by the SAS, okay, that has been included by the SAS. It is a complete dedicated profiling data, okay, which will identify and repair the source system issues while retaining the business rules for the later use. Now, if we will talk about the reporting and the business intelligence, okay, so it provides a web-based interactive reporting interface for the business users. It includes the query capabilities for all the level of users across the multiple BI interfaces, that is business intelligence interfaces, the slices and the dices multidimensional data using a special slicer dimension, and by applying the filters on any level of the hierarchy. So it displays the performance results via the critical first alert call to the action dashboards. Also, it provides the dynamic business visualization tools that is used for the interactive data exploration, the visual queries, and more. So these many things we can tell it about that these are the key features. Also, it enables it includes the SAS, it includes the capabilities for the data access, reporting, analytics directly from MS Office, including the Word, Excel, and the PowerPoint. As I have told that it can access any kind and any format of the data. So this is completely the feature list of the SAS banking analytics architecture we can talk about. So coming to the next part. Here, just give a look over here. We have this is a complete cycle, okay? This is a complete cycle that includes the acquisition, analytics, campaign design. Then we have the savings, current, and loans. Okay. So in our bank, what are the most important things that we are doing? We are creating the saving account. We have the current account. We have the loan accounts. Okay, and based on that, we are doing the transactions. Okay, we are paying the EMI. The bank is providing many more facilities if we are not the defaulters. Okay, if we are not the default customers, then they are giving some kind of developed some kind of developed things, okay, some kind of developed insurance policies, yes or no? So, and if you are a defaulter, then they have the analysis system. They can analyze that, okay, who are the defaulters, who are the fraudsters. Then according to that, they will not give that those customers these facilities. Okay, now managing the portfolio, meeting the transactional, then direct banking channel, online banking, etc. So in this case, what happened? It is managing the portfolio. Okay, the complete data, the complete structure of the bank, the complete financial structure of the bank, that how it is that what it was there since before 10 years or before 5 years, what it will be after 5 years. Okay, so that analysis, that prediction analysis, that that portfolio, okay, of the complete of a complete organization, it is very important. Also it is meeting the transactional needs. Also it is maintaining the transactional needs. It is doing the, we have the facility, like we have the direct banking channel, we can go to the bank, we can access our we can access the transaction, we can pay the EMI, okay, whatever thing that we want to do, we can go to the bank directly physically and we can do that. We have also the online banking facility, right? Means by sitting in our home, sitting up on our couch, we can do that, yes or no? Now coming to the need analysis, family demography, credit history analysis, choose more product for cross sale, mutual funds, insurance, car loans, senior citizen or child or spouse account. So these many things also we have. Okay, so when we are creating the mutual funds, when we are creating some insurance for the car loans, okay, suppose whether we have some criteria like after this age for the senior citizens we can't afford or we can't give the loan and all that. Okay, and if they're in the private sector or something, then by checking their backgrounds, by checking all the background formalities, the bank is providing the loans. So there are so many criteria, there are so many rules, there are so many protocols that bank has to follow when they are doing a small thing also, a very tiny thing also they are doing. They have to follow that protocols. And why they are following that protocols? To avoid such kind of risk, so that when in the future they will not face, okay, the customer and also the bank will not face some kind of issues, right? So what is the family demography, what is the credit history analysis, what is the credit score of that person, whether he has paid, what does the civil score is based upon, what does the credit score is based upon. If if you have taken some loans, okay, and you're paying your EMI on the right time to the bank, then your civil score is perfect, right? It will rise. But if you are a defaulter, then from your civil score, from your credit score, they can analyze that, okay, you are not the continuous payer of that EMI or of that loan of that bank, right? So why they will give you, how they will trust you? If you are going to take some big amount of loan, then why they are going to trust you, right? So after that, we have the churn prediction, we have the lifetime value modeling, we have the retained customer, restructure loans, providing discounts on the products. Now we have the behavioral segmentation, the product affinity modeling, the differentiated pricing. We have the high-end structured products, PMS schemas or schemes. We can tell it as the home loan, art financing, etc. If we will check about the cycle, then it is a complete cycle that it is, and it is a continuous cycle. Okay, the customer identification acquisition, the customer relationship management, customer cross sale, customer retention, customer value enhancement, and increasing the wallet share. Again, the cycle goes on like one after another. Okay, so this is the complete cycle that we can talk about. Now, if we will go and check about the data discovery and deployment. So before that, I want to discuss something that we have in the banking sector. Suppose by using the SAS, okay, as we know that SAS provides many data encryption algorithms. Now it is also SAS is enhanced to such an extent that we can also build up our AI models. Okay, we can come up with some AI models, some machine learning models also, and we can predict the data. Okay, predict the future outcome, future data. It has the visual analytics in which we are making the useful information in which we are converting the useful information into the in a beautiful way the graphs that we want to deliberate. So the enablers that we have, that is the automated process, the real-time decisioning, the infrastructure in cloud also, it is providing us the best facility, and it is providing us the artificial intelligence that includes the machine learning and the deep learning models. We have the integrators like we have the open APIs, we have the web interfaces, we have the third party data access, okay, the Internet of Things. So as we know that SAS is a closed source, okay, it is a closed source programming language. But if you are completely licensed, if you have the authorization, then it is for the big organizations, it is for the big industries that trusted the SAS, and SAS is giving them the analytical solutions. So in that case, we can access these things. The digitalized bank we have like the data in which we have the data cataloging and monetizations. Okay, the intelligent decisioning, whatever decision they are making, okay, they also have some analysts there who are making some decisions, who are making the intelligent decisions. Suppose take an example like in some area, okay, in some area which is in a town or in a city, we can tell it as in a city. Suppose there are the population there is a huge, okay. So a bank has decided that okay, I want to build a ATM. Okay, I want to set up an ATM corner there or an e-corner there. So what is the data they will follow, right? So based on the they will obviously follow that. Okay, how many customers are there from that city? Okay, whether the transaction is getting regular or not, how many customers are there who are just nearby of that banks, okay, or who are within a some uh, uh, we can tell it as a some distance, okay, some point of distance. So this is just a short example that I am telling. Okay, so we have the customer insight, we have the fraud or AML protection, we have the risk management compliance. Okay, we have the IoT enable loss prevention also. And what will be the outcomes? Globalizations. Okay, globalization that will stay relevant. We have the competitive cost base that will improve the performance. Okay, the increased revenue per customer, and we have in step with the regulators that will fit for the future. So the data alone doesn't drive your organization. Okay, that means what? When we are just looking upon this, the operation analytics, okay, and equal to the decisioning. Okay, the operationalizing analytics equal to the decisioning. If we will talk about, then when we are getting the data, the first and foremost thing, when we are getting the data, okay, so if I will check this cycle, if we will check this cycle, then what is this cycle is telling us? What we are understanding? Prepare the data, explore the data, create a model, okay, register it, deploy it, right? Monitor it or retrain. Or else, if monitors, put some rules, okay, put some, then after that, analyze some or put some decisions, analyze some ideas, take the actions, and you will have the results. So this analytics, the bridge between this analytics and business, we have the IT. Okay, so it is a complete bridge. Now, if we will talk about the risk management, okay, so with SAS, a large bank can meet the IFRS 9 reporting and stress testing requirements across 60 key markets, and it will realize the 27% lower total cost for the IFRS 9 compliance, okay, which has the regulatory capital management, which have the model risk management, which has the ALM and liquidity risk management, the scenario analysis, and the stress testing. If we will talk about the fraud and security intelligence, so with SAS, banks can avoid the enforcement actions, okay, enforcement actions through the improved transaction monitoring that increases the hit rates by the 25%. The online payment fraud, if we will talk about the online payment fraud, then we have the payment fraud, we have the anti-money laundering, we have the application fraud, we have the cyber security. Okay, the online payment fraud losses with the balloon from 22 billion in 2018 to 48 billion by 2023. So SAS can help the banking and the finance sector to improve the fraud detection rates by up to 50%. And it has reduced the fraudulent activities by 60%. Okay, so it has identified more than if an European insurer has they have studied, okay, they have made this statement that through SAS, they have identified more than 1100 cases of fraud in first 6 months. Okay, investigated 26% more cases. They have invested 26% more cases. They have submitted 40% more cases for the prosecutions. And you can't imagine the insurer, the bank has saved over 4 million by the use of SAS. Isn't it a great thing? Isn't it? SAS is helping in a, it is impacting in a very big way. Okay. So if I will talk about the customer experience, then with SAS, if a bank is using the SAS and using the analytical marketing, so it is ending up to improve the credit card conversions. That is from, we can tell it as from 2% to 36% from a survey, it has been reported. And the consumer loan conversions from 1% to the 6%. So the credit card rates, the credit card activation rates also get increased by 40% in 3 months, while reducing the marketing expenses by 7% through the optimization. So these many things SAS is helping. If I will talk about a European bank, okay, a European bank, they have stated that they use the text analytics to transfer the customer satisfaction monitoring and the resolution. Okay, the complaints are reduced by 25%. So how it is coming? How the customer experience? So these are the most rated feedback of using the SAS as an analytical tool. The triple digit ROI one is there, that is for automated marketing campaigns for a community bank. Okay, so they have the customer insight, the customer decisioning, the personalized marketing. So these many things they have. If we will talk about the digital transformation, so a bank uses SAS to so that it will help the bank to digitally transform the largest business group with a unified analytics. We have the data access, we have the data preparation, okay, we have the quality protection, we have the governance, we have the analytical visualization, we have the AI that is getting advanced, we have the model acceleration, we have the decision management. So this To transform this largest business group with a unified analytics, the data visualization and reporting platform, okay, that will enable all the employees to use the analytics to improve the customer experiences, grow revenues by 4,400 plus million with operational efficiency gains of the 100 plus million. Okay, so let's, if we will talk about now the analytical system, let's build the future together. Just believe, just build a trust. Okay, because without trust, no one is going to work and all. Now, if we will talk about if we will talk about all the analytical system that we have talked about, I think the celerity, right? So the financial industry that has woken up with the COVID-19, as you may know that the SAS software for finance has been used to tighten the financial operations and the and to do the better prediction risk. Okay, so organizations or the banking sectors will certainly need these capabilities. But what we can tell it as more can SAS experts do to meet these needs. So for this, to answer these questions, okay, to answer these questions, it has developed the celerity. So be it the stock market or the banking sector, the finance industry has been a massive losses, okay, across the board. In the pandemic, we all know that it has been a huge loss, right? So banking has also been hit harded by the virus, with the businessman and the consumers alike unable to meet their loan payments. The banking centers have been closed down also. And this has put the pressure on other channels of communication with the customers. So the furthermore, with the employees forced to work from the home, yes or no? They have we have that much of situation also. Not only in the bank sector, in other sector also. The employees are doing the work from home. Any administrative processes that relied on paper have to do online, putting a strain on the complete infrastructure. On top of adjusting their normal operations, banks are also expected to play a massive role in support during this time, given the business need financial assistance to keep their doors open. And the banks are expected to provide that assistance. And the bank has also provided that assistance. So this creates a situation where there will be a more cash going out than more cash coming in. Okay, especially as more and more people turn to their savings. So how SAS software is used for the financial health? Given the immense challenge to the financial industry faces, SAS software for the finance could be what the industry needs to overcome these challenges. To adapt to the current situation, as we have discussed in the previous slide here, that to the sales analysis, to the leading payment and transaction analysis, and to the marketing, production, and management. Okay, so to adapt to the current situation, the financial institutions need a system that allows them to operate with more agility and identify the new opportunities in this rather uncertain landscape. So the SaaS software for the finance in particular can assist the business in these areas. So during the pandemic, the financial institutions face a lot of risk. For example, there are fraud risks, there are cyber risks, and also they have the reputation risk that could cause further damage to the bottom line. And SaaS for finance can help the SaaS organizations combat these problems. So it has always been used. It has always been used to create the risk model, which provide the financial institutions in-depth insight into all areas of the potential risk. Okay, so like mortgage payments, we can tell it as. So as the SaaS expert tells that it may be necessary to devise and optimize risk models to help the financial organizations to navigate this tough time. Okay, so there is also the issue of planning for the future. Okay, so industries are they want to change, and the financial organizations need to have better understanding of how the situation will play out with the predictive analytical capabilities. So this is where SaaS software with finance can be helpful. By using the predictive analytics, the business can use or the banking sector can use the insights that generate to discover the best part or the best path that is forwarded for their business. The analytics platforms like we are talking about the SaaS. So it can help in the decision making process that is very vital. Okay. So this is where the extended SaaS professionals like the team here at the by building the celerity. Okay. From the pandemic part only, from the issues that have arisen, from the solutions that they want, okay, that will meet their needs, okay, that will fulfill their needs, that will um, decrease their losses, decrease all the fraudulent activities or the cyber attack activities, all that thing. So at that time, SAS has developed the Celerity that can provide the most value to clients in the industry. Okay, so if we are looking to the future with the SaaS, with the finance industry nurturing an uncertainty, it is going to need the analytics technology that will help it navigate these volatile times. So as the SaaS professionals, or the we can tell it as the SaaS software professionals, the best thing that they have done that or they are doing that right now is to provide the system that allow the businesses, that allow the finances, that allow the bankings, the educations, okay, within the all the space to be more agile, responsive, and have the better insight into the future. So changing the direction is not so easy, especially for the large companies. Okay, so who are employing hundred or thousands of the employees in every quarter of months or in every half of the year. So however, with the SaaS software for finance, they have a much better chance of navigating this volatile time than never before. So this is the complete thing that it has been providing. The financial industry also, it needs to react quickly, right? Like channeling the resources into different sectors, taking on the new business models. So there are some business that have been able to do that also, while others have struggled. So this analytics capabilities like SAS for finance have proven to be the difference maker for and between the companies or the organizations or the sectors that have been able to adapt and those who have struggled. So this is the complete thing that we have learned in this session, that how SAS is helping or what are the use cases. Okay, what is the impact of the SAS as an analytical software in our banking and in the finance industry. So not only it has the impact on the banking and the finance industry, but also it is like if you will come across in the day to day updates, okay, in the day to day updates, in the analysis part, in the analytical overview, then you can also come to know that you will have that much of knowledge that how SaaS is emerging nowadays in a very huge manner. It is just blooming, okay, it is blooming, and we don't know that, or it's beyond our imagination, that if the data is getting highly generated by 2025 or by 2026, as per the research, researchers have they have deliberated this, okay, they have researched this, that by 2025 or 2026 we are generating like 483 terabytes of data. Okay, so if this is the case, and if the SAS is meeting up all the needs, then obviously it is going to touch the sky. Okay, and also the features, the capabilities, the modernization techniques, the tools, the methods that completely SAS is including, the complete package that has come up with the SAS, then it will be the mostly used. It will become the mostly used. Nowadays also it is there, and after 2 or 3 years, okay, so it will be going to be the mostly used analytical software among all the industries globally. Okay, so this is all about today's topic. If anybody have any doubt, you can ask me any technical query, or if you will talk about any non-technical query and all that, if you are interested to learn about SAS or something, to join, you can we can meet up with some another topics next time, okay, regarding the SAS, its analytics, its features on different fields, okay, with some new topics. So for Sankhana, we have, if you have any non-technical query, or if you want to explore more, then you can contact Sankhana. We have 3 offices. Okay, the first one is our head office that is located near the Kulappa Circle, Kamanahalli, Bangalore. Okay, and we have the second office, that is the branch office, that is located near the HSR layout in the sector 2. And we have another office that is located in the Rohtas, Bihar. So the contact details are all here. If you want to explore more, you can contact. Or if you have any technical query, now also you can ask me. Okay, so yeah, this is all about today's session. So thank you everyone for joining this session, and just update yourself so that you will get to know more and more about some recent topics, some recent lessons of SAS through Sankhana.